all that at risk.
Honi Harawira.
Actress, advocate, human rights activist, international icon, social worker, trailblazer, JP, a friend to many in this House, the name behind 2 questions in world trivia, and role model for the 3 Ps, politician, prostitute and public servant, roles that she felt were often interchangeable and sometimes all at the same time. Georgina Bayer first burst onto the scene when she won Miss Personality in a drag queen contest, her bubbly and straight-talking persona making her an instant celebrity, from which she launched a long and tempestuous career as a film and television actress. Her modesty does not permit me to say when it all began, although her dazzling demeanour suggests there is more to come. Featuring on numerous television shows, including a starring role in Dancing with the Stars and earning a Best Actress nomination for her role in Jewel Down. But undoubtedly, Georgina's greatest influence came through her political career, beginning when she rocked the pundits to become the world's first ever openly transsexual mayor in 1995 in one of the most conservative towns in our country, Carleton, defying the odds and overthrowing many long-held stereotypes in the process. More importantly, though, Georgina went on to earn the trust and respect of her community with her straight-shooting and no-holds-barred approach to her job and her public profile. Always quick to latch on to a star on the rise, Labour encouraged Georgina to enter national politics, and on the 27th of November 1999, she again made history as the world's first openly transsexual Member of Parliament, unseating the national candidate in a landslide, and again in one of the country's whitest and most conservative rural electorates, Wairarapa. Georgina says that it was all much of a surprise, uttering a phrase that was heard all around the Commonwealth. Am I really the first transsexual MP? What about Maggie Thatcher? And yet, despite winning one of the most conservative seats in Parliament and representing their interests well enough to waltz back in at the next election with an increased majority, Georgina was also the flag bearer for the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender community and led the House in promoting prostitution law reform and civil unions, pioneering a multifaceted role that turned her into a sought-after media commentator and international keynote speaker on human rights. In 2005, Georgina considered resigning from Parliament, disillusioned by the impact that Labour's foreshore and seabed legislation would have on Māori, but stayed on to oppose what she called the homophobic rhetoric of groups like Destiny Church, eventually resigning from the House in February 2007. In her time in this House, Georgina served her many constituencies with passion and with vigour. She is a knowledgeable and forthright advocate for human rights who teaches us all to be strong in our beliefs, to be true to our history, to never back down from a challenge, and to respect all those who want to be positive contributors to our society, regardless of sex, race, creed and gender. Georgina stared down all examinations to her competence. She rose above the interrogations about her sexuality. She handled the public perception with aplomb. She enjoyed a public profile that most MPs could only dream of, and she did it all while holding the title every one of her 8 years in the House as the best-dressed woman in Parliament. Georgina recently became unwell with kidney failure, and so tomorrow we celebrate her achievements at a special tribute evening here in Wellington, organised by Lusa Wall and hosted by Tariana Turia, where Georgina will be surrounded by friends past and present. And for those of you who can remember Georgina's strident and powerful opposition to the Destiny March on Parliament, please know that Brian and Hannah Tamaki's presence at the tribute to Georgina signals just how wide and powerful has been the influence of this amazing woman. Georgina, it is an honour to have you with us in Parliament today. And I'm sure I speak on behalf of us all when I say thank you for your wonderful contribution to this House, to this country, and indeed to the whole wide world. You are truly a remarkable woman, and today it is my honour to honour you on our behalf. Tēnā koe te tuahine, tēnā tātou katoa.
David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and just